How to heal from anxiety and not just cope and manage with it, part 2. So we talk about coping crutches, right? Breathing techniques, supplements, yoga, meditation. These things are good for lifestyle stuff. This helps with anxiety in the moment, but how do you actually overcome the anxiety? How do you overcome these physical symptoms, the intrusive thoughts, the feelings of unreality, the weird emotions, the panic attacks you get from it? How do you overcome it so that you don't have to rely on these coping crutches? Well, in the last video, I briefly mentioned that one of the most important things to understand is what we call the fight or flight response. Now, this is an innate response that every human has, and it's designed to protect you. Now, what people experience during this fight or flight response are symptoms that are related to anxiety. But these symptoms can be so strong, they can be so debilitating that it's very good at convincing you that it's not. For example, you may be having heart palpitations due to anxiety, but the heart palpitations are so intense, they're so extreme, they're so debilitating, where you could actually think, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack. Now, can you imagine somebody thinking they have a heart attack? Do you think their anxiety would go up, down, or stay the same? Their anxiety 100% is going to go up. But this is caused by anxiety. So anxiety causes the heart palpitations, which causes more anxiety. Do you see how this is a loop? One of the biggest things to understand is understanding the fight or flight response. Now, when you can understand the fight or flight response, one of the first things you can do is you can stop trying to fix this. All right. Now, the next thing I recommend in overcoming this, okay, not coping or managing, is really understanding this principle called sensitization. One of the biggest pioneers of anxiety and one of the biggest parts of my recovery journey was by this Australian doctor, and I recommend everybody getting her book called Hope and Help for Your Nerves. The doctor's name was Dr. Claire Weeks. She really did fix this anxiety problem. Okay, she really helps you understand why you're experiencing such intense symptoms even in the most relaxing situation. More importantly, she shows you how to overcome it. Okay, now this is a good starting point. It's good for knowledge, okay? It's great content, but it may not be great context. The next thing to do is really to overcome anxiety is to find somebody who's gone through it, who actually specializes in this. Now, this could be anybody, okay? Yes, I guide people to recovery, but it doesn't have to be me. It could be a therapist that understands. It could be someone in your community that understands, that you trust, that can guide you through recovery. The problem is really finding somebody who has gone through this, right? And so the problem is a lot of times people will have good intentions but bad advice. They'll try to go into childhood trauma. They'll try to do this. They'll try to do that. And it's like, look, the focus on healing is right now. If you can focus on these things and focus on a long term, what happens is that it ends up going away. To have me go into more greater detail, follow this page and join my lives.